Every time he visits his daughter's grave, this father wrestles with guilt and doubt. Joe Hamlin wonders if the man he always thought killed his little girl Katie, the man cops say murdered her, actually did it.
She was my little girl. I miss her a lot.
And every day, just down the road, Valerie Cassell, alone with her memories, looks at innocent photos of her little boy before he became a convicted murderer. Knowing what you know about him, do you believe he had anything to do with Katie Hamlin's death?
No.
It's a double tragedy, two parents thrust together, two children lost forever, one murdered, one in prison. And it's no wonder there would be doubts and anguish. This is a story with such complex twists and turns, the ending is still unwritten. Tell me where her body was found.
It was found right over here by this tree.
Katie's nude and partially burned body was found by this creek in Cherokee County, Georgia, outside Atlanta. She had gone to a party. She never came home. For 2.5 years, cops searched for clues. They interviewed Katie's friends, but nothing led to her killer. The case grew as cold as a winter night in the Georgia forest. Detectives were desperate for a break, and one finally surfaced. This guy's phone number on Katie's speed dial.
My last name? R-O-C-H.
That's Roberto Roca in the police interrogation room. He came in voluntarily.
Do you ever know anybody named Katie Hamlin?
Is that the blonde?
No, her hair was kind of brown.
Roca doesn't appear to know Katie, and he doesn't realize cops think he could be the suspect.
What happened to the girl?
I don't know the girl, man. Run me a lie detector, please.
What cops don't know yet is that he has an airtight alibi. His father presented passport records showing he was in Brazil getting dental work.
Well, we wanted the truth. You didn't kill her, then you ain't got nothing to worry about.
I got nothing to worry about.
Then you tell me what happened to that girl.
Okay.
I don't want another damn lie either.
Okay.
Under the detective's questioning, Roca caves, admitting to being with Katie that night, and unbelievably, he tells cops he killed her.
I'm gonna lock your damn ass up.
Roca is booked, charged with murder. Case closed, right? Not quite. His lawyer says Roca may not have fully understood what he was telling cops. Roca confessed to a murder he did not commit, and after 15 months in custody, he was completely exonerated. But cops were back to square one. Who killed Katie?
You want to give us a statement?
Investigators aimed their sights on Jamerson Mangrum, one of the last people to see Katie alive. During his interrogation, Mangrum denies he saw Katie the night she went missing.
Did you ever have sex with her?
No,
Never.
never.
But Katie's autopsy proves he lied. His DNA was on her body.
Don't lie to me, boy! I'm tired of you lying! This girl is dead. You want to go to jail for murder?
No, sir.
Then tell the truth.
Mangrum changes his story, saying they had consensual sex. Cops charge Mangrum with murder and rape.
Hope you have a nice visit in Cherokee County Jail, because that's where you should stay for a long time.
At his trial, Mangrum took the stand in his defense.
Did you have anything to do with the death of Katie Hamlin?
Absolutely not.
He testified that Katie was alive when he left her at a friend's house, but the jury didn't buy his story. Mangrum was convicted and sentenced to life plus 80 years.
I didn't kill Katie?
We spoke to Mangrum, now 30 years old, on the phone from prison. He claims 2 other young men were intimate with Katie on that same night too. The party had gotten out of control and something horrible happened.
I think that they were having sex, and for whatever reason, she convulsed or had a seizure.
The autopsy revealed that Katie died from asphyxiation. Mangrum has been behind bars for the last 10 years, spending much of his time in the prison law library working on his case.
You know, everything just stopped. And no matter what's happened since then, my life stopped at 17.
He's been proclaiming his innocence the entire time he's been in prison. So has his devoted mother, Valerie. You've never gone public before. This is your first interview, correct?
Right.
What do you want people to know about your son?
That he was railroaded and that all of the information didn't get out there.
Now Valerie is putting all the evidence out there. These binders are filled with legal papers, evidence she gave to Joe. They both believe it proves that Mangrum wasn't at the scene when Katie was killed.
If they were to see a lot of this stuff, they would have been asking questions about, okay, there's somebody else involved here, you know, not put it all on Jamerson, and it was all put on him.
Now there's an almost unbelievable twist that could possibly win Mangrum a new trial. Katie's own father also now believes Mangrum is innocent. After exchanging letters with Mangrum, Joe says he changed his mind. Why?
Jamerson was at home. This is verified through phone records, which I have copies of.
He made up his mind, you know, just from the evidence. And, you know, and I don't guess the jury really saw all of it. I don't know. But from what he saw, he could see that there was something wrong. I was very happy, you know, that he realized Jamerson was innocent, that he knows he is, you know, that he went through it. It's just like, wow, you know, why wasn't this brought up? Why wasn't this brought up?
Prosecutors say Mangrum is manipulating Joe. Is there a possibility that he's playing you?
I always keep that in the back of my mind, Rebecca. He knows up front that if I think he had anything to do with Katie's death, he's going to stay in prison.
Time is running out for Joe to make his case. He's dying from cancer and has only a few months to live. He's making it his mission to exonerate Mangrum.
He needs to know what happened to his daughter.
And despite the realization that freeing Jamerson would mean his daughter's murder would go unsolved, this doubting dad hopes to fix what he and Valerie call a horrible miscarriage of justice. Is this the one thing you want to do before you die?
Yes. Yeah, I have to have the closure. I want to know the truth. I think Jamerson has told me the truth.